Talk about the dispositio, which is Latin for basically the arrangement of the argument. So it articulates and delineates parts of a persuasive argument. And all of these parts don't necessarily happen in the order that I'm going to list them, and some may merge, especially in contemporary rhetoric. But we're going to take a look at the aspects of each part. So, first part, you have the exordium, or the introduction of the speech, and there are a variety of things that may happen with the introduction of the speech. In terms of the goals, you want to inform the audience of the basic topic of what's going on, and there are a variety of ways in which someone might create or begin to introduce the topic to his or her audience, and some of these we know in terms of our showing intros. But we might have a provocative question. We might establish that sort of the topic seems improbable, but it's really not. We may talk about how the purpose of the speech is to correct some misconceptions. There might be a particular way, a nuanced way of developing our topic that's new, and the introduction seeks to do that. Narrative is often a place that is effective in the introduction or the descriptive modes. And also during this introduction, we have another goal, which is to basically establish the ethos of the speaker, so that the audience believes that the speaker has a sense of authority. So those are a couple of points that we want to think about when we're taking a look at how an introduction is set up. So after that introductory part, we're going to move to the second stage or aspect of argument, which is the narratio, or the statement of facts or circumstances that everyone needs to understand the subject. So you may think of it as the essential facts of a particular case. If you're a prosecuting attorney, this might be the formal indictment against the defendant. So these are all the elements that the audience needs to understand, sort of the context of the particular rhetorical situation. Okay, so once we move out of the narratio, we're moving into the next stage, and that is the confirmation, or the confirmatio. And this is sort of the core, the central part, sort of the main body of the speech or the discourse. This is, in a sense, some of the main arguments that are going to happen here. And this is where the speaker is very careful about laying out some of the arguments, deciding the order of arguments, and that is certainly going to have a significant effect in terms of which arguments he decides to begin with and end with. So those are some considerations that we want to think about as we're listening to the, in a sense, the central core of the speech. Again, I just want to repeat, sometimes there might be a blending of the narratio and some of the confirmation of the speech or the main argument. So we'll want to watch how contemporary speakers don't just neatly move through each of these categories. And particularly the next category, which doesn't, again, happen necessarily in this order, is the refutation. And Some speakers may begin with this refutation even before the main argument. Some may place the refutation in terms of dealing with the opposing views after his main arguments, or they might be blended side by side in some sort of sequence. And obviously, this is a section in refutation and also confirmation where we're going to see various different appeals to reason, appeals to emotion, and some more ethical appeals that the speaker or the writer will present. So those are the main sections or parts, and we're going to take a look at how these components are manipulated in various ways by speakers. Okie dokie.